Alright, I'm live. What's going on, y'all? It's been a minute. Oh, shit. What's up with my mic, bro? It's been a minute, y'all. What's going on with y'all out there, man? It's a lot to talk about. Well, not really. It ain't really too much to talk about, but it's going to be a quick stream. Appreciate that, Suave. Want to keep the trolls up out of here. Alright, how can I get to my live, man? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix something on my end. Let me back out of that all the way. What's going on with y'all? Damn, what's up with my mic, bro? Who been messing with my shit out here? Alright, is it Gucci? Is it good? Alright, there we go. There we go. Let me just get to my. Alright, there we go. We're gonna make this my hour. Alright, for sure, man. What's going on, y'all? Had to just set that up real quick. Well, let's get into it, man. This is the Hova Report, man. This is the first episode of it. You know, I had off season with Hove. Off season been kind of slow lately, far as free agency moves. It's been some here and there. So the Hova Report is just giving y'all a bunch of random news that's been going out. With teams, with the new league rules changes and numbers and contract negotiations and trades and all of that good old stuff that's been coming out as of late. Just to give y'all a little content, it's kind of slow right now. We got the draft in 2 weeks. And we're gonna do a mock draft. Feel me? Hold on. Let me I was supposed to do that before. Let me get that going for you guys. But what's up with y'all in the chat, man? How y'all feeling? Boy, it's been a crazy few hours for your boy, man. Niggas is on my head. Pause. For standing on business. Shout out to Suave, man. For setting the chat to subscribers only, so no, keep the trolls out of here. Trolls been in my DMs all morning, tagging me all morning. Okay, what am I looking for? First round. All right, I see. Flip the attention to traction. Yes, sir. Hell no, we didn't have a conversation after the pod. That nigga fell asleep, drunk. That nigga pissed all on AD floor upstairs. That nigga was gone, y'all. That nigga was tripping, and he got in an accident on the way there. Bro was out his mind yesterday. Anyway, let's get into this content though, y'all. So I got some random news for y'all as always, just to keep y'all updated. Then I got a mock draft for y'all, and then we gonna get up out of here, y'all. Tiny, what's the deal? It's a herd. I wish Tiny was there yesterday. He would have seen how out of pocket that nigga was, man. Shout out to Blasey though. It's no hate or nothing. You feel me? It's all good. I just didn't know he used that word. Niggas like to bring up Duno, but when do y'all ever see me with Duno? Y'all don't never see me with Duno. I don't never see me pod with Duno. I pod with Duno one time. And even in that pod, he never said the word. Y'all can't mistake me for what he do with everybody else. Some shit that don't fly with me, others let fly. And vice versa. But, I don't take that word lightly. You feel me? All right, y'all, but let's start this off like this, man. So, according to Pro Football Addict, they got the opening NFL 2025 win totals for each team. No team winning over 12 games this season, y'all. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, they got the Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Philadelphia Eagles all winning 11 games. Cincinnati Bengals, Detroit Lions, LA Chargers, LA Rams, San Francisco 49ers, Washington Commanders winning 10 games. Denver Broncos, Green Bay Packers, Houston Texans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Arizona Cardinals, Chicago Bears, Dallas Cowboys, Miami Dolphins, Minnesota Vikings, Pittsburgh Steelers, Seattle Seahawks winning 8 games. New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons winning 7 games. Carolina Panthers, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars winning 6 games. Raiders, Saints, Giants, Jets, Titans winning 5 games. And the weakest team in the league would be the Cleveland Browns winning 4. What y'all think about that? I think this is going to be a tough schedule for the NFC East. I want to say the Eagles will at least win 12 games, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough schedule. We got to play the West. We got to play the North. It's going to be some good games. And then I feel like Dallas is now finally waking up, making some moves to better their team. I think the Giants is going to be a little bit better than they was last year. So the divisional opponents is going to be a little bit harder. So this might be right, man. This might be right. He said if we don't trade up, get a DB on defense. Man, y'all got a lot of holes, Suave, to fill, man. Y'all got a lot of holes. Y'all need a lot. But y'all do need a DB after releasing my boy Jack. What was it, yesterday? Day before yesterday? Sunday. Y'all released Jack Jones. Y'all definitely got to replace him. That's a solid corner. I hope my Washington Commanders take a look into him straight out of Long Beach. On to the next. NFL on CBS. got the 2019 NFL drafted wide receivers, uh, most career receiving yards up to this far. Number one is A.J. Brown. So if y'all don't know who was the wide receivers that was drafted in 2019, is A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, D.K. Metcalf, Deebo Samuels, and Deontay Johnson. Those are the top five. A.J. Brown lead the pack with 7,026 receiving yards, 49 touchdowns. Right after him is Terry McLaurin, 6,379 receiving yards, 38 touchdowns. Third is DK Metcalf, 6,324 receiving yards, 48 touchdowns. Touchdowns coming one short behind A.J. Brown. Fourth is Deebo Samuels, 4,792 9,200 receiving yards, and only 22 touchdowns. Damn, that's a significantly drop off from Terry McLaurin, who has 16 more receiving touchdowns than Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel mostly have touchdowns as a running back. And then last but not least is Deontay Johnson with 4,738 receiving yards and 28 touchdowns. Still good production from all of these wide receivers. Deebo Samuel is just a big drop off far as touchdowns go, receiving wise. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out Commanders fan. Thank you for the $4.99 W show yesterday. We in there. Commanders fans, I appreciate you, bro. You always donating on throughout every platform that we on, man. I appreciate you always. Shout out to you. Sexy Nate, thank you for the super chat. Diamonds in the chat. Thank you, Sexy Nate. Shout out to my boy Ohio Ties for being a pull-up gang member for 7 months. Diamonds in the chat. Shout out to my boy Ohio Ties. This year, most draft picks, man. We gonna have to take a look into Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. They lead the charge with 11 picks in the draft this year. Baltimore Ravens, they got the 27th pick in the first round, the 59th pick in the second, the 91st in the third, 129 in the fourth, and the 136 in the fourth. Fifth round, they got the 176, sixth rounds, 183rd, sixth round, 203rd, and 210th, and 212th. So they got 4 6th-round picks. And then the 7th round, they got the 243rd pick. 49ers got first round, 11th overall pick, right outside of the top 10. Still can get you a good player. He will be cheaper than the players picked within the top 10 picks. Second round, they got the 43rd. Third round, they got the 75th, 100. The 75th and the 100. Fourth round, they got the 113th and the 138th. Fifth round, they got the 147th, the 160th. Seventh round, they got 3 picks, 227, 249, and 252. Those are for the 49ers. That's a lot of draft capital. You can definitely rebuild off of that. Oh my God, what just happened, bro? What's going on with my... I don't know what happened to my notes, bro. It's shit over here buffering. All right, but that's why it always paid to have a backup plan. I don't know what happened, y'all. This shit just start buffering all of a sudden. Oh, hold on. Now we back on. Okay, now it's saying no notes. So my notes just magically disappeared, huh? All right, this shit tripping. Fuck it. Off the phone we go. All right, the Bills have ended contract talks with running back James Cook after he went public demanding a $15 million per year extension. I don't see us getting something done anytime soon. We're on to the draft. Just because we don't get something done this year doesn't mean we can't get something done before he's a free agent. Bills general manager Brandon Bean quoted. 15 million a year, so this man wants something like Saquon Barkley money pretty much. I want to say Saquon is making 20 million now. Let's take a look into this. Let me take a look into this for y'all real quick. Okay, so highest paid running backs. So it's still Christian McCaffrey right now that's still leading the charge with 16 million per year. So this dude want Christian McCaffrey money. Have he even given us Christian McCaffrey production? Yeah, he's been solid. He's been really good, but I don't think he's been CMC good. CMC carry teams down there. Yeah, CMC always getting hurt too. But you know, when you got CMC on that field, he's going to give you 10 receptions. He's going to give you 100 yards receiving. He's going to give you a touchdown rushing, a touchdown receiving. He might even give you a touchdown passing when you got CMC, man. Then you got Jonathan Taylor that's at 14 million, number 2. Saquon is at 12.6. I want to say Saquon, this got to be wrong. I know Saquon just got a big extension. So I want to say his number is higher than 12.6 million a year. I think this was prior to his extension. But you say highest paid running backs in 2025, and we ain't had a 2025 season yet. So I'm going to go off of this one. Alvin Kamara, Josh Jacobs, 12 million. I think Josh Jacobs had a better season than James Cook. No, that can be argued, but Josh Jacobs did his thing. He damn near carried the Packers this year, especially when Jordan Love went out for those games. He was out. He said everybody want to get paid like Saquon, but who going to play like Saquon? That's a fact. Isaac J. Smooth, that's a fact. You feel me? And then, you know, Saquon production looks effortless because of the offensive line he has. So it's easy for him to get through the gaps. Once he get to that second that second level of defense, you feel me? Now it's a foot race. And then when it comes to these DBs, who's going to tackle Saquon Barkley running head up? You feel me? That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. I mean, no shade to James Cook, but we're talking about Saquon Barkley, CMC, Jonathan Taylor. I don't think you had those type of seasons yet to demand 15 million. But I mean, we seen far less production from receivers who reset the receiving market, like Christian Kirk one year. Christian Kirk reset the wide receiving market. Now it went crazy. Now these wide receivers are making north of 30 million based off of Christian Kirk. And Christian Kirk ain't never had a season like a season that Terry McLaurin just had, or a season that A.J. Brown put up, or a Debo Samuel when Debo Samuel was, all pro that year. We never seen that from Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk was average at best, and he reset the wide receiver market. So maybe that's what James Cook trying to do. And James Cook has a little bit more production far as, on the field than Christian Kirk. Maybe he's just trying to reset the running back market. The running back market is looking a little bit better than what it was a couple years ago. They starting to value these guys again, especially when you see Saquon Barkley had a season he had, Josh Jacobs had the season he had, Derrick Henry had a season that he had, and these guys were all free agents coming in, signing to other teams, and was key contributors to those teams too. Those teams wouldn't have got as far as they went without these running backs. So it's good to see these guys getting the respect that they getting. Shout out Commanders fan. Gibbs, Kamara, Saquon, really the running backs who should be getting crazy broke the bank. Yeah, fact. I'm anxious to see what Gibbs contract gonna look like when he becomes a free agent. He's only about to be in year 3, and he's a first round pick, so I know they're gonna pick up his 5th-year option. So definitely gonna get some chili when it's time to be a free agent. Shout out to Better Living. Salute to my dog Hove, a real one. Keep going. Sports Report gonna keep elevating. Tiny call in. It's a herd, no blasty. Shout out my boy Better Living, man. He's man Loke. What's going on? Running backs are so underpaid because you can find ones in the middle to late rounds in the draft. That's definitely true. But when you got one of them ones, like Genty is one of them ones. Travion Henderson, Quishon Judkins, one of them ones, man. One of the ones. I think those dudes are gonna be key contributors as soon as they get in the league, man. Every time I go to my notes on this thing, it kicks me out. I think it's time for an upgrade. It's time for me to upgrade this phone too. The Bills could potentially explore a trade for Vikings wide receiver Jordan Addison or Saints wide receiver Chris Olave leading up to April's draft. There haven't been any report talks between the teams, but Perino, that's the guy who's reporting this, Matt Perino. Perino says Addison and Olave are names to watch for the Bills if they pursue a splash trade for wide receiver. 2 other names to monitor are New Orleans Saints wide receiver Chris Olave, who does come with a concerning concussion history, and maybe Minnesota Vikings Jordan Addison, Perino wrote. The Vikings just gave all-pro wide receiver Justin Jefferson a monster new deal, and Addison will be extension eligible after the 2025 season. The Bills and the Vikings have pulled off a trade in the past for a big-time receiver, and Bean should look into Addison availability. If you don't know what trade they talking about in the past, y'all, that's the Stephon Diggs trade from Minnesota to Buffalo Bills a few seasons ago. That's interesting, man. Giving Josh Allen a target, that's like trying to help him get to the Super Bowl, man. How much help do this guy need? How much help does this guy need, man? All right. 33rd team reports these running backs are electric. So these are the guys who should be getting paid. And one of these guys on this list is so underrated and so unappreciated. I would love to have this guy on my team. This guy is nothing but a workhorse. And sometime it go unnoticed. when you just looking at sports in general and you looking at the players in the big markets and everything. But if you are a fantasy football owner, you know who I'm talking about. So number one is Jahmyr Gibbs. We all know Jahmyr Gibbs is a home run hitter. He just split carries with David Montgomery. But let him be the workhorse back, the bell cow back. He's definitely a number one home run hitter. But this person that I'm talking about, he's number two on the list, and that's James Conner. James Conner is going to get you 1,000 yards, if not 1,000, close to 1,000. But he's always going to give you a touchdown each game. He's going to average 15 to 16 touchdowns per season. I just love the way this dude play. You know, he's going to be hurt some games, but his production is top notch, man. So shout out to James Conner. He is electric in my book. You got tied for number two. You got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. This is the highest percent of rushes going for 10 yards, y'all. This is what the list is based off of. Going the highest percentage of rushes going for 10 plus yards with running backs that have 200 plus carries. Number four is J.K. Dobbins, who is currently still a free agent and not on one team right now. I guess people was going to see how this draft work out, see where they can get them a running back. And if you're not able to get you a running back in the draft, then you will go ahead and it's that second tier of free agency once the draft is over. He should be getting phone calls then. Number five is Bucky Irvin. Bucky Irvin was a rookie, had a good rookie season. I think he will be taking over that that running back one over Rachaad White next season. I think Rachaad White would be his backup if Rachaad White is still there. Number six, Saquon Barkley. I would think Saquon Barkley was number one on this list. I guess he just broke a lot of long runs and it wasn't necessary 10-yard runs. But I know for sure Saquon Barkley's had the most break-off runs this year. Number seven is Breece Hall. Breece Hall is a beast. I had heard reports that the Jets will be going into a three-headed monster in the backfield, y'all. Pause if need be. Three-headed monster. Breece Hall. Who was it? Breece Hall, Braylon Edwards, and one more other guy that they got. That's the third running back. And Aaron Glenn said they're going to use all three running backs. So if his production drop off tremendously, I will see him on his way out of New York. And on a team there, he can be the bell cow running back solely. Number eight, Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard had a solid season with Tennessee this year. Hopefully Tennessee, can get a little bit better with the draft coming up. I really like Tennessee. I hate that, Tannehill's not there no more. Derrick Henry not there no more. AJ Brown not there no more. When they had them dudes, that was like one of my teams to root for. Joe Mixon was tied with number 8 with Tony Pollard. And last but not least is Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson needs to be that bell cow back. I know they like to bring in what's my guy name to back him up? I can't think of nobody's names. Y'all know who I'm talking about. His backup, though. They like to bring him in the red zone and get him his touches. But that's where Bijan Robinson needs to be the most. Is in the red zone because he's definitely one of the top fantasy football players in the league. So when it comes to the red zone, he needs to be getting his money because that's the money zone. But let's transition into these new NFL rules, man. NFL, the No Fun League, strikes again. They banned the snowman. Nah, they banned the nose wipe, man. You can't do this no more. CeeDee Lamb signature first down celebration is now banned. He's not going to be able to do that. I want to see how he's going to break that habit, man. How he's going to break that habit, what he's going to do next, what he got up his sleeve, because that signature, that's what we look forward to every time he get a first down and he, fix his shoulder and he point for the first down. I want to see what he's going to do next. But let's talk about the kickoff rules. The NFL owners approved of the modified kickoff rule change. Touchbacks on kickoffs will now bring the ball to the 35-yard line. The NFL hopes this will discourage teams from kicking so many balls out of the end zone to lead to more returns. The NFL onside kick amendment will be adjusted and voted on in May. So, remember some odd years ago, I want to say maybe 10 plus years ago, when you kick the ball in the end zone and there's no return, you kick the ball in the back of the end zone, there's no return, the receiving team automatically get the ball at the 20. Don't know how many years ago it was, they moved it to the 25. I don't know where in the hell shit went wrong to where they missed the 30-yard line, but now they moving it to the 35-yard line. So if you got a kicker with a big foot, just say Dallas Cowboys, Brandon Aubrey, who can kick 60 yards easily without even trying. He kicks the ball, it goes in the back of the end zone, he gets punished, and the ball is to the 35. 15 more yards, you midfield. So now let's just say you playing against the Cowboys, right? You playing against the Cowboys. You kick the ball out of in the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cowboys get the ball at the 35. All they need is 20 yards. 20 yards. From the 35, you got the 45, and then you got the other 45. 20 yards. That's Brandon Aubrey's kicking range, y'all. This dude makes 66 yarders like it's nothing. That's all it would take for them to win a game. Just say the game is on the line and they need to drive downfield to get a field goal to win. But your kicker kick it in the end zone. Now your defense got to stop the Cowboys from getting 20 yards and potentially going up to win the game, because they kicker can kick 60 yards. All we need is 20 yards, y'all. That's crazy. Shout out to my boy running in the building. That is crazy, man. This is rewarding offenses a little too much when it's already hard enough to play defense in this league. You rewarding the offense an extra 10 yards off a touchback. Make this make sense, man. I didn't see the problem with them getting the ball at the 25. It's already crazy. You got a kicking zone. You got to kick within for them to return it. Now you rewarding them. If I don't get this ball to return it, I'll automatically get the ball at the 35. Come on, man. A team like the Eagles, that's easy work. That's easy work. No work at all. It's crazy, man. Next one, man. The NFL says there is increase in taunting. The NFL is up 133% on violent gestures and 52% on sexual taunting per Troy Vincent. Look, we got to be responsible adults. We're not trying to take away the spontaneous moments, but the shooting and killing and sexual acts, we're a professional. You are a professional. I'm sorry. You're a professional. You did that in high school and Pee Wee football, Vincent said. Sportsmanship was addressed today with owners, and video examples will be shown to players before next season. The NFL released the updated unsportsmanlike conduct code and prohibit the acts that will be penalized. Any violent gestures, which shall include not be limited to the throat slashing, simulating firing, or brandish a gun, or using a nose wipe gesture, which we just talked about, or a act in sexual gestures or offense. So, one of the gestures is when the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions played in a divisional round, right? What's my boy name? Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams took a reverse back to the house, and when he scored, he got on the ground and he started humping the ground. Said Nuggets fired their coach. Man, you bullshitting. He started humping the ground, y'all. So that's the sexual act that they talking about. That's out. Then the gun pointing. Patrick Mahomes. Surprisingly, out of all people, Patrick Mahomes is the one who they got for that. That's out. No guns. The nose wipe we talked about. CeeDee Lamb, that's out. What's the next one? I don't know what's the deal with the bow and arrow. I don't see no offense in the bow and arrow, but that's out. I guess because it's a weapon. I ain't never seen a nigga with a bow and arrow on the street, but that's crazy. I just thought that archery was fun. Like, it's crazy, man, but that's out. Says Shams reported. It's real. Hold on, man. Let me go. Oh my gosh, how you fire Mike Malone? What is going on here? He is the winningest coach in franchise history since being hired in 2015, led the Nuggets to the 2023 NBA championship, and you fire him. Right a week before the playoffs? This is crazy. Shout out to Sunshine Baby. You and Tiny need a sports show together. We got one. We normally do Tuesdays. Tiny is doing his school thing, so we ain't been doing no content really because ain't no sports really going on. It's slow right now. So once sports get back cracking, we definitely for sure going to get back together and link back up. Man, this just threw me off right here. This is crazy. Stephon Diggs is going to wear number 8 with the Patriots. TJ, what up, my boy? Damn, that just threw me all off, man. That's crazy. It has to be somebody that bumped heads, and the locker room is not big enough for him and Joker. That's what it got to be. Joker had to be like, man, he got to go. How? I don't even see how, dog. I don't even see how this is even possible. But then anything is possible. Look at Giannis a couple years ago when they fired their coach after winning. You feel me? Certain shit gets said and certain people got to go. Then they get a new coach. He started winning. Giannis, nah, he got to go too. Once these superstar players is upset with these coaches, it's either me or him. Which one is going to be? First thing first, coach got to go. Man, damn. Yeah, I can't wait to go and turn the TV on and see what they talking about. Darnell King said it's a rumor Joker ain't feeling him. That's how it be once the star player win his first title. The coach win his first title, both of them feeling the power, and it ain't enough power for both of them in that goddamn locker room. Somebody got to go. If I'm the owner, you gonna let go, nigga, 60 points, 15 rebounds, 15 assists a night? Joker can really do that if he wanted to a night. The game is just too easy for him. Look at the numbers him and Giannis putting up. Easily, effortless, bro. You gonna let that go over a coach? With any coach, you can just bring in here, implement whatever he wants to, and they get right back there because the talent is still there. Bye, coach. Dog, a week left into the season, and he's out of there. Damn, you came this far to be like, man, you know what? I can't take this shit no more. Playoffs about to start. This nigga got to go now. Golly. Next story, though, man. Damn, that's crazy. Adam Schefter, ESPN sources, 6-time Pro Bowl defensive lineman Calais Campbell is finalizing a 1-year deal worth $5.5 million, up to $7.5 million to return to Arizona Cardinals. Campbell was the Cardinals' 2008 second-round pick, played in Arizona up until 2016, and now will return for his 18th NFL season. I think this will be his last season. I think he's returning back to the Cardinals so he can retire there. 18 seasons. Man, that's an honor, my boy. He's definitely going into the Hall of Fame. This nigga is my age, y'all. Still playing. Still sacking a quarterback, man. Shout outs to Calais Campbell, man. Get your chili. Go back to Arizona. Hopefully you still got a house there. Arizona is still building. They building that beautiful state. The Bengals star pass rusher, on the other hand, Trey Hendrickson, on how negotiations with the Cincinnati Bengals have been going. Communication has been poor over the last couple of months. That is something I hold in high regard. They have not communicated with my agent directly. It's been something that's been a little bit frustrating. And then after this, sources had came out saying that they offered him $28 million a year. This dude led the league in sacks. You offer him $28 million when the market is now $40 million per season. You knew you didn't have the goddamn money to re-sign him, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. You didn't want to trade him. You could have got the draft capital teams was willing to give up, and then you was playing hardball with teams saying you need 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick or a third-round pick, and everybody backed off, was like, nah, knowing that was too much to be asking for when teams know that you didn't have the money to sign this man in the first place. What the fuck I'm going to give you 2 first-round picks for when I'm building my team? You know, I'm building my team up. We only 1 year removed from a rebuild. And you want a day 2 pick. And I still got to re-sign this dude because you don't got the money to. It's crazy. So now they in a fucked up situation. Now he's talking about sitting out the whole year into becoming a free agent. Once he's a free agent, he can sign to whoever he wants. And by then, he's probably going to get north of $40 million because by that time, Michael Parsons will probably get his deal, and he's going to want more money than Michael Parsons. Damn, they fired the GM too? These niggas ain't playing. Joker like, yo, bitch ass gotta go too. Yo, bitch ass gotta go, and yo, bitch ass gotta go. Damn, Joker ain't playing.
Is anyone else creeped out by
I want, I want y'all to hear this.
Hall of Famer Steve Young took
Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Montana's Super Bowl winning backup, and as a 49er, won 73% of games. Averaged 234 yards per game and 1.81 touchdowns. He'd win the Super Bowl, become the highest paid quarterback in the league by 1997, but be out as the starter by 1999 because of injury. Replaced by his backup, Jeff Garcia, who won 49% of his games. Averaged 238 total yards per game, 1.81 touchdowns. Led San Fran to the playoffs, made multiple Pro Bowls, got paid, and Garcia immediately get cut because San Fran then drafted Alex Smith, who went 38 and 36 as the 49ers starter, averaged 211 total yards, 1 touchdown per game. And even he, after signing a 3-year extension in 2011, replaced halfway through 2012 by Colin Kaepernick, who then won 49% of his games. Averaged 237 total yards per game and 1.23 touchdowns. Losing the Super Bowl with Alex Smith still there as his backup, and then also failed to live up to his 6-year, $115 million extension in 2014. His career will be over, controversially, by 2017. Replaced by Jimmy Garoppolo, getting 5 years, $137 million himself. And Jimmy G won 69% of his games, but went for 238 yards, 1.4 touchdowns per game as a Niner. Also lost the Super Bowl. Got injured and replaced by flushing 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance and eventually drafting Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant in the same draft class. And since Purdy has won 63% of his games, averaged 238 yards per game and 1.6 touchdowns, went to the NFC title, Super Bowl, and now is about to get paid a massive extension. When you really look at this loop, even the Saints fans will start asking, is anyone else creeped out?
That's crazy. I never paid attention to that cycle. But what's crazier, out of Steve Young, Jeff Garcia, Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Brock Purdy. Jimmy Garoppolo has the most winning percentage out of all of those 49er quarterbacks, which I found hard to believe, man. All those quarterbacks been solid for the 49ers, though. They always got them one. They always get them one. But Jimmy G having the most winning percentage out of all of them. And ain't none of them won a Super Bowl but Steve Young. That's wild. But in other news, I know I'm late on this one. I was gonna go live this day, but it wasn't enough news around that time to give you guys just because this signing. But Darnell King, Cowboys fan, Cowboys got them a backup quarterback and can potentially be the quarterback of the future. They let Trey Lance go. New England is sending quarterback Joe Milton and a 7th-round pick to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 5th-round pick. With Cooper Rush going to Baltimore, Dallas has now a new backup for Dak Prescott. Joe Milton is a solid quarterback. He has a small sample size. He did put on a good performance his last game of the season, winning that game that would potentially mess up the draft positioning for the New England Patriots. But he was putting his film out there because this dude want to go to a team where he can potentially, fight for a starting spot. And then right after this, the Chargers announced that they are signing former quarterback Trey Lance to a 1-year deal worth up to $6.2 million. Even though this dude ain't playing much, he's still getting his money, man. Team then traded 3 draft picks, 3 first-round picks to move up to get him. He sat for a year. Then he took the starting job, played a couple games, broke that ankle, was all out that season, came back, got traded, went to the Cowboys, threw 5 or 6 interceptions in the goddamn preseason game. He was the 3rd-string quarterback, get released, and now he signed with the Chargers. Hopefully, he'll see the field at some point because I really want to see what this dude is capable of. I want to see why the 49ers felt that it was okay to trade so much draft capital to go get him. I wanted to see what they see in him because I definitely didn't see this dude play in college. Shout out to my boy Ray Robinson. And salute to this guy on his retirement. Julio Jones, man. Julio Jones finally announced that he's retiring from the NFL after 13 seasons. Julio, which is now 36 years old, retires with 914 receptions, 13,703 receiving yards, and 66 touchdowns in 166 career games with 153 starts. Jones put together quite the resume, a two-time first-time All-Pro, back-to-back years 2015, 2016, three-time second-team All-Pro 2017 through 2019, seven-time Pro Bowler 2012, 2014 through 2019, two-time NFL receiving leader 2015 and 2018, one-time NFL receiving co-leader in 2015. Jones was selected by the Atlanta Falcons with the 6th overall pick of the 2011 NFL Draft out of Alabama. After 10 seasons in Atlanta, Jones went to play for the Titans, the Buccaneers, and the Eagles. Scrooston G! Shout out to Julio Jones, man. Shout out to Julio Jones, and then shout out to this guy. The Dolphins All-Pro left tackle Terry Armstead is now retiring from the NFL after 12 seasons. Armstead, 33, retires as a one-time second-team All-Pro in 2018 and a five-time Pro Bowler in 2018 through 2020, then 2022 and 2023. Armstead was selected by the Saints in the third round of the 2013 draft out of Arkansas Pine Bluff. After 9 seasons with the Saints, Armstead went on to play 3 seasons with the Dolphins. Salute to this guy. I really like the way he moved too, because he restructured his contract to put money on the books so they can go out and potentially get his replacement. So the money that he retires with is the vet minimum. So shout out to Terrion Arnold for making that move, knowing he was battling the thoughts of coming back or retiring, and now he just ultimately just had the decision to retire. But now he put the Dolphins in a good spot to go ahead and go get some people to bring in here, knowing that his contract was going to eat up, that salary cap. So shout out to him, bro. Scrooston G. Shout out my nigga Hove. Let's run it up. Hit the goal. Appreciate that. We 6 out of 20, y'all. We 6 out of 20. We need 14 more. I know y'all got 199, man. Go ahead and send that in so we can hit the goal. Ray Robinson, can't trust a black man named Julio. LOL. He was a beast, man. Shout out to Julio. All I can remember is that one catch of him in the Super Bowl, catching it over the dude, getting his feet in before falling out of bounds, man. That was one hell of a catch, man. Said 9 minutes until the goal ends. Y'all, come on. Y'all get them super chats in. 9 minutes. We got 9 minutes. Let's go. Shout out to quarterback Matthew Stafford, y'all. Matthew Stafford is now the highest paid player in NFL history with $301,313,912 in career earnings. Aaron Rodgers had the most career earnings at $381.6 million in 20 seasons. But the title now belongs to Matthew Stafford after he signed a restructured contract with the Rams in late February. Stafford, 37, is set to play his 17th NFL season. Shout out to Stafford, man. That's a lot of chili over 17 years, man. Hopefully, he's been investing that money well, setting himself up for life after football, because you know what they say about NFL players, but you know that's mainly the stigma for the black NFL players. White NFL players be okay. Uh, I found this news to be interesting, man. The Carolina Panthers are signing Coastal Carolina power forward Colin Granger, a 6'9", 225-pound basketball player, to a contract to play tight end. My gosh. 6'9", y'all. 6'9". Just say I'm a strong safety, right? Me at 5'10". Just say I'm a strong safety and I got to cover this dude that's 6'9". That is insane. That is insane. Not only do I have to cover him, he's a whole foot taller, and then I will have to tackle this big ass dude too. Shout out to Sunshine Baby for the super chat. Diamond 4. Appreciate you. That's 7 out of 20, y'all. Come on, man. How much time we got left? 4 more minutes? Come on, y'all get them in there. Oh, thank you, Sunshine Baby, again. For the... And then shout out to my Washington Commanders, y'all. According to Mike Reese, the Washington Commanders are set to add former wide receiver Wes Welker to their coaching staff in an unspecified role. Welker is joining the Washington Commanders as a personal analyst, working closely with both the coaching and personal departments, per John Kine. Shout out Sunshine Baby again for the goal. Diamonds 100. I appreciate you, love. Shout out to Wells Worker, man. Wells Worker previously worked with the Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver coach. Shout out Commanders fan. Do you think any big trades happening on draft night? For sure. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I got you. You know, he was the wide receiver coach over there in Miami and also in San Francisco. I think, you know, this was a buddy pickup for Adam Peters. I think he's gonna help our wide receiver room tremendously. I heard that he's really coming to work closely with Luke McCaffrey. And get him to take a leap in his development for year 2. So hopefully he does, and this work out tremendously for Luke McCaffrey, because we all know the beast that Wells Walker was when he was with the New England Patriots playing alongside Tom Brady, and how he used to work out that slot. Man, he was annoying. Boy, running fast as hell out that slot, getting open, double moves, all that. But this the last random story of the day, and this one is kind of sad. You know, prayers to this brother, because, you know, life is hard, man. Life is hard, and anybody that's battling with any mental health issues, I pray for you. I stand beside you. Coach starting right tackle Braden Smith has been battling for his life after admittedly suffering from crippling OCD that has been medically diagnosed as religious scripturosity. Smith, who missed the final 4 games of the 2024 season due to his personal reasons, said he's been dealing with recent life-threatening mental health struggles. I physically present, but I was nowhere to be found, Smith told Indy star Joel Erickson. I did not care about playing football. I didn't care hanging out with my family, my wife, my newborn son. I felt like he said I felt like was a month away from putting a bullet through my brain. Uncommonly known OCD makers such as repetitive hand washing, counting objects. That's one of my things. Hand washing. I wash my hands like 100 times a day, to where, you know what I'm saying, I be having to go get my fucking manicure because I'm drying out my goddamn skin so much. Uh, as a repetitive hand washer and counting objects, Smith composed compulsion were primarily internal. A bad thought entering Smith's head, and he's responding immediately through compulsive prayer or internal statement of devotion. I'll latch on to something, certain pieces of the Bible, certain scriptures talking about blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Smith said, I'll be like, oh, if I think something bad about God, I'm going to hell. Selling my soul to the devil type stuff was a prominent theme. Through this path to recovery and self elected treatment methods, Smith OCD has been better controlled and reduced severity. Smith 29 seems to be doing better and is ready to play football again for the Colts this year. I wasn't here last season. I was physically here, but I wasn't. I want to be me again here, and I want people around me to experience that because I do feel like I have something to offer people around me, Smith said. The Colts accommodated Smith off the field to ensure he received the medical attention he desperately needed on a personal level and didn't rush back for playing professional football again, which aligns with ongoing kicking the stigma of mental health initiative. Shout out to the organizations for sticking beside him through these tough times. That's who should be alongside him, as well as his family. But shout out to them for giving him the time that he needed off of football, not rushing him back, not making him feel pressure to come back, giving him that reassurance that he need, that he has help, and they was behind him 100%. I'm glad he's doing better. This right here is sickening though. Putting a bullet in your head, you don't want to be around your wife, you don't want to be around your newborn kid. That's supposed to be the best time in your life, man. But shout out to him for getting better. Scrooston G, man, I thought my H-Town Cogs had to, man, I thought y'all had it too, bruh. That's a weak-ass way to go out last night, man. That was weak, bro. That was definitely weak. He said, all good. Shout out to the Gators, man. Shout out to the Gators, man. It was definitely a good game. All the games leading up to the championship was good games. Scooter from Hoover. Always love hearing that name, Scooter from Hoover. What's the deal, my boy? Said Blasey was on one. Yeah, he was on one, man. Shout out to Blasey, though. It's no hate against Blasey, man. He threw me off. He was drunk. He was wet. He was saucy. I just had to let it be known, like, hey. This not it. This is not it. You feel me? You can't be comfortable. Everybody's not comfortable with you saying that word if you not of this ethnicity, bro. Me and my wife spent too much money taking these Black History tours for just letting anybody use that word in front of us and they not know what we had to go through. We can use that word because it's near and dear to us. It was a word of hate at once upon a time, but we took it and we made it and we spent it. And now that's like saying my brother. You feel me? That's like saying my brother. That's how I look at it. At once upon a time, his ethnicity would say that word in a derogatory form, and it wasn't cool. Now I get it. All the young YNs and the young Hispanic rappers use that shit, and I don't think it's cool. I don't even know who made it cool enough for them to use it. They use it in their raps and all of that. I can't stop them from doing that. You feel me? I only can handle what I can handle in front of me. I can't save the world. I'm not a crime stopper. None of that type of shit. You feel me? But in the same breath, I can only control what I can only control. And then I'm in that moment, shit, I had control. Easy Money 3 said, Hove, I need a friendly fade. Exactly, Scooter from Hoover. If I didn't say nothing, you feel me? It would be an issue. It's a lose-lose. I say something about it. Hove, get out! You killed the stream. They over there spamming every picture of mine. You feel me? Talking shit. And it's cool. I mean, it's the internet. You feel me? You want to bully me on the internet? Cool. But which one of y'all gonna say something to my face? Which one of y'all gonna let me know who you are, who been posting on my pictures, who been all in my comments, who been all in my DMs? When you see me in person, which one of y'all gonna let me know it was you, and which one of y'all gonna let me know y'all want a problem for real? Cause I didn't even really take it there like that with Blasey. I just told him that shit ain't cool. You feel me? Every time I got a grievance, somebody always trying to silence me. No, I'm not going for that. I'm not going for that. I had to get mine off right then and there. I don't even like when they let Duno use it. You feel me? Some people cool with it, some people not. I'm just one of them niggas who not. But shout out to Blasey though. It made for a good episode though, nonetheless. But he really felt the way about that. Yeah, one dude spammed like 15 pictures. Look, I had to block this nigga. But Suave ended up saying something to him. High Arch _ Triple H. Y'all find out who this dude is. I got him blocked. But here y'all go. If y'all want to go troll that nigga, go troll that nigga the way he was trolling me. This nigga 15 pictures. I'm looking like, God damn, I got 15 comments? I'm like, somebody got something good to say to me. Going this nigga on each picture. I'm like, bro, for real? You comment on pictures from 2019? Go run across the train tracks. Yeah, they do, man. That shit ain't cool. You feel me? I don't even know a word to offend Hispanics. You feel me? Because you can't say essay, because essay don't apply to everybody. Essay, I felt like that's for the Hispanics that's gangbangers. You feel me? If you're not an affiliate, then essay don't, it don't offend you. You feel me? I feel like that's not a universal thing in their culture to say essay. So what word can I say to make them feel uncomfortable? I don't even know. And I don't even care to know because I'm not going to say it. But I'm just letting you know it's not all right to say that word. You feel me? And a lot of Mexicans that's older will let these young ones know that shit ain't cool to be using. You can't even use that against them or they'll reprimand you. But that's neither here or there. We over that. Shout out to y'all though. We 11 out of 20 for the goal. Let me see can I extend it? Oh my gosh, what happened to my? Of course, we all got Mexican homies that said, like AD said, we got Mexican homies from the hood to say it. And after the fact, I was thinking like, what Mexican homies we really got? I know we got one, Chico, that's full-fledged Mexican. I never heard him say it. He ain't never said it around me. I went to jail with a Mexican, First time I ever went to jail, it was a Mexican that just got put on the neighborhood. The homies brought him over, and he ended up, walking with me and shit. We got caught with guns on us, and we went to jail. That was my first time seeing him. That was my last time seeing him. That was 2006. I never seen him again. And everybody else that's from the hood that's Mexican, they part black. So they can say it. Niggas daddy's black. If they mama was black, they can say it. They have black. So, they gon' say it. But full-fledged Hispanic, that's a no-no. That's a no-no, man. All right, the go ended. I can't extend the go. It's all good. I appreciate those 11 super chats, though. Thank y'all. All right, y'all. Before we get out of here, though, I do have a mock draft for y'all. I told y'all I would have one for y'all. I'm sorry it took so long, but I finally got one for y'all. And number 1 overall will be Cam Ward going to the Tennessee Titans. Number 2, it will be Travis Hunter going to the Cleveland Browns. Better Living said that shit was weak, bro. Blasey, come in peace. You need to stay off the stream if you're gonna bring weird energy. That's your opinion. I ain't bring no weird energy. You feel me? And I wasn't even trying to kill the stream, but go ahead with your narrative, bro. Anyway, Giants. Number 3 will pick Shedeur Sanders. Abdul Carter will go number 4 to the New England Patriots. That's a good pickup right there. I wish we was in a position to get Abdul Carter. Number 5, Jacksonville Jaguars would take Michigan defensive tackle Mason Graham. Number 6, the Las Vegas Raiders was getting Ashton Genty. Ooh. Okay. New York Jets will draft Jackson Dart at number 7. I think that's a reach, a real reach. But hey, whatever floats your boat, they need a quarterback as of right now. And I don't think, well, no, they don't. They got fucking Justin Fields. Why would they take Jackson Dart? I don't know. This is the mock draft simulator. That's who they picked. That's a reach. I feel like they need to go elsewhere. Maybe offensive tackle. Number 8, Carolina Panthers will take Penn State tight end Tyler Warren, giving Bryce Love that security blanket. I said Bryce Love. Why I keep saying Bryce Love? Bryce Young. Bryce Love ain't never played it down for my Commanders. Number 9, New Orleans Saints will take linebacker from Georgia, Jalon Walker. Number 10, Chicago Bears. My Chicago Bear fans that's in the chat that'll see this. Y'all will take Missouri offensive tackle Armand Mimbo. Man, another offensive tackle. Y'all trying to really shore up that line for my boy Caleb. 49ers is at 11. They will take offensive tackle from LSU, Will Campbell. Damn, Will Campbell not going in the top 10. He was a top 5 pick. Number 12, Dallas Cowboys will take T-Mac, Tetaro McMillan from Arizona, wide receiver. Number 13, Arizona Cardinals, Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle out of Texas. Man, I wish we can get. Well, we already got Laramie Tunsil, but we moving our rookie tackle Brandon Coleman to the right tackle now. But this is a good offensive tackle class for this first round. Say if you can land a top tackle prospect, I'm okay with it. Yeah, man, these tackles is tough. That's coming out. Number 14, Indianapolis Colts is taking Jahad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama. Jahad Campbell was a beast. Number 15, Atlanta Falcons is taking Will Johnson, Michigan quarterback. Will Johnson was a top 5 candidate at one point, draft prospect at one point. Falling to 15. I heard his stock went down for some reason, but damn, 15, and then playing alongside AJ Terrell. Oh my gosh, and then y'all already know, if y'all been following this channel for any amount of time in the past year, y'all know that I really praised the Atlanta Falcons secondary. Getting Will Johnson would just solidify that even more. Number 16, Miami Dolphins is taking Jahdae Barron, cornerback out of Texas, to play alongside Jalen Ramsey. I can see that. That's a first team All-American right there. Number 17, and this is the writing on the wall right here, y'all. This is gonna say a lot about what's gonna go on with Trey Hendrickson if they get their hands on this guy. Cincinnati Bengals at 17 is drafting Shamar Stewart, defensive end, Texas A&M. They get him, it's bye-bye Trey Hendrickson. They will be trading Trey Hendrickson. If I'm the Commanders, I'll be looking closely into that one. Maybe you can get Trey Hendrickson for a second-round pick. Number 18, Seattle Seahawks is selecting Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver, Ohio State. Man, I think this is JSN 2.0. I think this is just his little brother. They look like carbon copies of each other. I can definitely see this right here playing out. Green Bay Packers at 19 is taking Mykel Williams, Georgia, defensive end. Oh, with him and Rashawn Gary. Oh, that's crazy. Number 20, Denver Broncos is taking tight end Colston Loveland out of Michigan. Oh, this is a good pickup for them, giving Bo Nix a security blanket. This right here should be good. Oh, but then they got Evan Ingram too. So you giving them 2 tight ends? Oh man, that's gonna make his pass percentages even better. Shout out to Mickey Knox. Thank you for being a pull-up gang member for 6 months. Yerna, shout out to Hove in the chat. Diamonds in the chat. Number 21. Pittsburgh Steelers is taking Omarion Hampton, North Carolina's running back. Oh, Omarion Hampton, second running back off the board. Okay. Omarion Hampton is a beast. Hopefully he can stay around 29-ish for my Commanders to pick him up. But I don't think we're going to pick a running back in the first round. I think we're going to wait till the second. Number 22, the Los Angeles Chargers is picking up edge rusher from Boston College, Donovan Azaruko. Okay, going edge rusher. Probably he's going to be the successor to Khalil Mack after Khalil Mack is all said and done. Number 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers is picking Nick Amawari, South Carolina safety. This is who I want us to pick up because they saying we need a safety. This is who I want to pick up. This dude is 6'3". Know what I'm saying? Hella speed. Come downhill. He can hit real hard. You feel me? Probably struggle in the pass game a little bit, but you get this dude a good defensive line to put pressure on that quarterback. He's already close to the line. I feel like this dude can get a lot of interceptions like that, a lot of pass breakups. 24, Kansas City Chiefs is selecting uh Ariante Izori, offensive tackle, Minnesota. Okay, they definitely need some linemen. They done let some linemen go away. So it's a deep offensive lineman draft in the first round. Number 25, the Houston Texans is selecting Oregon D tackle Derek Harmon. Okay, shore up that middle of the defense. You already got um, Will Anderson. You got Daniil Hunter. Now you just need some pressure up that middle. You got one. You probably got the best secondary in the league, putting the pressure on the quarterback up the middle and throughout the edges, and you forcing him to throw that ball, get that ball out his hand, for sure. Hey, Maj, y'all do y'all thing, get him up out of here. Thank y'all. Number 26, Philadelphia Eagles select Minnesota D tackle Walter Nolan. More pressure up that middle. I think this is the replacement for Milton Williams. Number 27, Buffalo Bills is taking Matthew Golden, wide receiver out of Texas. Woo! Second wide receiver off the board. It's coming in the 20th. Oh my gosh, the Lions is shoring up that offensive line even more. Number 28, Detroit Lions is taking Arizona guard Jonah Savania. All right, man. I mean, shit. They let go of who is it? Damn, Kevin Zeilert. So this will be his replacement. Number 29, Washington Commanders is selecting Marshall edge rusher Mike Green. Okay, we going edge rusher first round. Okay. Baltimore Ravens. Oh my gosh, y'all. Baltimore Ravens is selecting safety from Georgia, Malachi Starks, putting him with what's my boy name from Notre Dame? Can't think. Cal. It was Cal Hamilton. Cal Hamilton. Him and Malachi Starks. Okay. Oh no, see, this is who I really want us to pick up in the first round, man. 31, Minnesota Vikings is picking up Azariah Thomas, cornerback, Florida State. I fucks with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Me being a Florida State fan, I really wanted him in that first round too. We still need us another corner in that DB room, but I think we're gonna wait to address cornerback maybe in the mid rounds. And then last but not least, LA Rams is LA Rams are picking 32. They are taking Isaiah Bond, wide receiver out of Texas. And that will complete your first round mock draft for the 2025 season. And this is projected on trades, you know what I'm saying? We all know that Philly is the team that picks last. Kansas City picks before them, but it's trades, it's trades within here that's gonna happen in the later rounds. You feel me? It's just not gonna happen in the first. But yeah, man, shout out Don't Panic. This dude said, "Oh, I like D tackle. Do y'all think Desmond Watson would be the best ever? I pray his health can be top tier." Desmond Watson, I'm not sure who that is, my boy, but let me see. Who is Desmond Watson? Let me look that up. Oh, that's the big dude from Florida. Oh wait, what man? That's a giant nigga, bro. That's a humongous nigga. I ain't gonna cap, bro. 460 pounds, 6'6". I mean, he got a little move to him, man. To be that big, you feel me? I like the dedication. I just feel like he's too big, but you can definitely use him and at D tackle, put pressure in that middle, man. I don't know what he's projected. You feel me? I don't even know if he's gonna go drafted. He might go undrafted just because that weight. These coaches like to run the shit out you for conditioning. In the spring and the summer. Let's see my boy. Let's see if my boy can hold up, man. But yeah, I definitely been seeing him. He do wear my number 21. I seen him. I seen his combine. I seen his pro day. And my dude can move, man. He definitely can play. I just never knew his name. Uh yeah, I can't wait to see, man. I can't wait to see who get him. I know we definitely can use him, but he's gonna demand double teams for sure. Yeah, he crazy athletic to be that big. Yeah, I never did. I used to just see his clips. You feel me? I never really seen him play in a game like that. I just seen clips. I seen his film, and I'm like, dog, this dude can really move. You feel me? And I know his weight fluctuates too. Like right now he's at 460, but he's not always 460. Like during the season, he was like 430 or something like that too. So if he can get down to that 430, that's still good. You feel me? If he can get up under 400 pounds, he definitely can be a force. You feel me? They definitely gonna put him on some type of weight loss program if they can get the best out of him. If they feel like if he's worth a draft pick, if he's worth taking a chance on, they definitely can get my boy right. They don't even know what year my boy born, man. In his Wikipedia, it say born in 2002 or 2003. They don't even know. He don't even got no birthday. Who is this guy? Plant City, Florida. Born in Plant City, Florida, Watson is one of 6 children and was the lightest at birth. He is quickly increased his size. By the time he was in Pee Wee Football League, he was already a giant, according to Naples Daily News. Attended Armwood High School in Sefner, playing football and participating in shot put. By his junior year, he weighed 375 pounds. God damn. A number heavier than every defensive lineman in the National Football League at the time. Watson played 13 games as a junior in 2019, totaling 65 tackles, 34 of which were for loss, as well as 10 sacks, helping Armwood compile a record of 12-2 and making a deep run in the state playoffs. He was named the second team All-State section for his performance. As a senior, he played 8 games, posting 39 tackles and 6 sacks. Watson finished his time at Armwood with 158 tackles, including 113 solo stops, 24 sacks, and 9 QB hurries. A 4-star recruit, he received offers to play college football for several major schools, including Alabama, Florida State, Kentucky, Michigan, Tennessee, eventually choosing to commit to play for the Florida Gators. Damn. Shout out to him. Ooh, wee. Shout out my boy Shrimp Light. You said you hoping Sanders fall to the 6th pick. Man, they got y'all projected to take Genty, man. Which one you gonna take? If right now, I'll take Genty. Y'all got Geno Smith. You already got a proven quarterback, and he's with his coach. I'll take Geno Smith. And I'll take Ashton Genty. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me, man. He said thoughts on Scatterbo. Scatterbo was good, but I think Scatterbo gonna be maybe a day 2 pick, second, third round. Third round at best. He could go fourth round. It's better. It's better running backs than Scatterbo. You feel me? You got Genty. You got Hampton. You got Juckins. You got uh Henderson. Let me see. Let me go back. You got ETN is better. Let me go down the list before you get to Scatterbo though. Scatterbo did have a good playoff run, but prospects. All right, of course you got Genty, you got Travion Hendrickson, you got Cam Scatterbo, you got Quinshawn Junkins, you got DJ Giddens out of Kansas State, you got RJ Harvey out of UCF, Amarion Hampton. I'm taking Amarion Hampton and Trevor Etienne over him. I'm taking what's my name? Bashul Tootin from Virginia Tech. I'm taking him over Scatterbo. I'm taking Scatterbo over Woody Marks. Raheem Sanders out of South Carolina. I'm taking him over Scatterbo. If you remember Raheem Sanders, what school was that he played for before he transferred to South Carolina? He played, was it Nebraska? I want to say, was it Nebraska or was it TCU? I want to say TCU. I want to say TCU, bro. I just remember him playing against Prime Time, one of those first games, as soon as they got to Colorado, and he was on an opponent team, and he was killing. Was it Arkansas? I know it was one of those teams he played for. He was killing though, and I just been keeping an eye on him. He said, "Check out Joe Mixon playing Madden against." Hey, you want to know? You want to know what's crazy? Niggas used to run a Madden phase with me all the time when I had a sorry ass quarterback, and niggas used to get joy out of when they beat me. A lot of niggas didn't beat me even though I had a sorry quarterback. But since the Commanders got Jaden Daniels, ain't nobody called me out for no Madden phase, bro. Hey, nobody called me out for no Madden phase, which is crazy. But yeah, Scatterbo, I say Scatterbo is top. Oh damn, I forgot about Caleb Johnson from Iowa. It's some dudes, dog. It's some players, but I'll say Scatterbo is probably top 7. They got him labeled top 3. I'm saying he's top 7. Cause ain't no way he's better than Amarion Hampton. I'm taking the 2 Ohio State running backs over Scatterbo. Of course, Genty. I like Tootin. Tootin is fast. I like DJ Giddens, but I would put Scatterbo over them two. RJ Harvey is hard too. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for me today. Y'all be on the lookout, man, too, cause me and T-Rail, we gonna have something cooking up for y'all. We gonna be doing Back on Fig Sports in the morning time, so y'all be looking out for that. I'm still gonna be giving y'all, my show here. That's gonna be more of a universal sports. We're gonna be talking about baseball. We're gonna be talking about basketball. We're gonna be talking about, sports news and niggas getting into shit. You feel me? This type of stuff I don't cover here. He said both Ohio State backs better than Scatterbo. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I think so too. But yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that. And everything that I do, I always pull in my brother Big Time with me. Shit just better when both of us together. I'm saying? Shout out to Big Time. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. And shit, till next time I see y'all, man.